Arsenal fans, relax. Now, just relax. Like 7-1 is cool. I understand the hype, goals. You haven't seen that many goals in a game and who knows how long. Relax. Arsenal fans, relax. We'll get to you guys. We'll get to you guys. Arsenal fans, relax. But I'm sorry, you guys are going to be second place on the agenda today. We're talking about the Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid game that happened today. The first leg happening in the Santiago Bernabeu. We'll get to the Arsenal. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Little bro, get to the back. Get to the back of the. I was gonna say back of the butt. Get to the back of the line. You know what? Get to the back of the line. Let's talk about Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. I'm not gonna talk about the Dortmund game. I'm not gonna talk about Aston Villa game. If you want my quick 2 cents on those games, Villa super lucky. Bruges didn't take their chances. Bruges, before Villa got those two quick fire goals, the penalty and the penalty and the slot. What was the second goal? Yeah, the own goal, whatever it was. Before Villa got those two goals, Bruges could have been 3-4-1 up. So Aston Villa escape with a 3-1 win somehow away from home to Bruges. So it looks like that tie's finished up. And Dortmund start their first half well against Lille. In the second half, they completely shell up and they allow them to come back. It's 1-1 going to the second leg. I favor Lille to go through, and I think Aston Villa will stay professional and get that job done and go to the quarterfinals. So enough of those bum games. Let's talk about the big boy game today, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid will be happier. Atletico Madrid will be happier with this result. Why? Because they go to the second leg in the Wanda Metropolitano. Yes, they're losing 2-1. Now, the ideal result for Atletico Madrid today was either a win or a draw. More realistically, a draw in the Bernabeu on a Champions League night. Now, game started off shaky. I honestly thought when Rodrigo scored that goal, what was it, the 4th or 5th minute he scored that goal? I honestly thought when Rodrigo scored that goal, I thought, here we go again. Everyone's saying Atleti's a dark horse and they're going to fumble and get knocked down the round of 16 without giving up much of a fight to Real Madrid. Real Madrid will win this game 3-0. Mbappe will score. Vinny will score. But that's not what happened. Rodrigo starts the game off. Absolute banger. Cuts in on his left foot. Lets one fly into the side netting of the goal on the left side. Unstoppable. Jan Oblak is not going to get that. Beautiful goal from Rodrigo. Him stepping up in this game, in a game where Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. were trash. Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. were just incompatible today, getting in each other's way, ineffective, not really threatening, contained. They were contained, and that's an issue for Real Madrid because if they want to win this Champions League, those two have to play at their absolute best and be compatible and get the goals, get the assists, whether it be with each other or whatever. They need to mesh well with the team. Today was not a good look for them. And I think if they did have good games, this could have been a Real Madrid win 3-1, 4-1. But they didn't, and Atletico Madrid come away 2-1. But yes, Rodrigo starts the game off, banger, left-footed strike just outside the 18 with his left foot. What a player, man, Rodrigo stepping up. And yeah, like I said, I thought Real Madrid were going to take full control after that. I mean, it's Bernabeu, early goal against their cross-city rivals, like the stadium's rocking. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Real Madrid, UCL Real Madrid has arrived, blah, blah, blah. But no, man, no. The first half resumes, and it's a 50-50 game. I would say Atletico Madrid was the slightly better team, more cohesive. I think they had more possession in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I'm an idiot. I was going to pull up this thing to show you guys the scoreline, but I'm an idiot, so I keep forgetting whenever I want to do things like this. But yeah, the half goes on, and then all of a sudden, Julian Alvarez with an absolute worldie. Now, I see some people saying that, oh, Alvarez didn't mean that. He meant to cross it. I'm going to tell you right now, anyone thinking Julian Alvarez was trying to cross it or anything, was trying to do a hard-driven cross, you're an idiot, bro. You're an absolute idiot. That was 100% intentional from Julian. You do not hit it with such speed, with such power and conviction, hitting the inside of the post and going in. You do not hit it. You do not hit a cross like that. And Julian getting it back to 1-1, deserved 1-1 for Atletico Madrid. And from there, now I'm thinking Atletico Madrid's in the driving seat. And you go into the second half, first half ends, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Atletico Madrid have the momentum. Are they going to shithouse this draw? Are they going to go defensive? Is DePaul going to pull out his ultimate terrorist tactics? Are Jimenez and Longley back there with Galan and all those dudes just going to shut up shop? I feel like they didn't quite get the chance because the second half starts 10 minutes in, Brahim Diaz with just magical feet. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Brahim Diaz did slip up in that little dribble he did where he beats Jimenez. He did almost roll his ankle and fall over. I'm not going to act like and sit here and say it was beautiful technical skill. He didn't fall over. That was a body feint to get past the players. I'm telling you right now, Brahim Diaz was trying to body feint. He lost his footing. He lost his balance and he was going to fall over or roll his ankle. He caught himself. And, in turn, by catching himself and throwing Jimenez off like that, he gets past them and it just lined up for him. All the Atletico Madrid players lined up, opening and showing him the gates to that bottom right-hand corner, and he puts it away in 2-1. And yeah, I honestly saw this game after that, finishing 2-1 now. Real Madrid had one more big opportunity at the end of the game. Jimenez slipped when Atletico Madrid were passing out of the back, and Mbappe just had to play a harder ball into Vinicius Jr.'s feet. He didn't. He kind of played a tame pass, and Llorente came and cleaned it up and kicked it out for the corner kick. But yeah, 2-1. Real Madrid, I would say, slightly deserved winners today, but this is 100%. It was a 100% 50-50 game. First half, I felt Atletico Madrid were the better team. Second half, Real Madrid. It got to the point in the second half where Atletico Madrid did go a little bit more defensive. They brought on Hermoso, taking off Griezmann, and in the end, they maybe made a slight push with Sorloth and Correa coming on. But yeah, Atletico Madrid was the better team in the first half. Real Madrid was the better team in the second half, and this tie is far from over. I do think Atletico Madrid have the advantage going to the Wanda. Yeah, now yes, Jude Bellingham will be back for that game for Real Madrid. I understand that. But I'm just getting a funny feeling that with the Wanda Metropolitano, it's 2-1, only one goal down. Maybe this is potentially a game that could go to extra time where Atletico Madrid win 2-1 in 90 minutes next game. I think this is close. And at Real Madrid, they're not often in a scenario where, at least in the past couple of years, like how often is Real Madrid in a scenario where the second leg is in such a big game like this against Atletico Madrid, where the second leg with such a big rival of theirs is not at the Bernabeu. I feel like a lot of time Real Madrid have these great Champions League nights because they have the second leg at the Bernabeu where they can mount a comeback or make an impressive victory, and we call it a classic Real Madrid UCL night. Well, now you're only one goal up. Atletico Madrid definitely did threaten. They had their own chances this game. It's going to be at their home. How is this team going to deal with it? I'm excited to see next week. It's going to be on Wednesday, right? So they played on Tuesday. They're going to play next Wednesday. I have 55% in favor of Atletico Madrid. Now, I'm not the guy to usually bet against Real Madrid. I think you're a fool to ever bet against Real Madrid, but I'm just feeling something here. I'm just feeling that Atletico Madrid can do it. Now, the reason why I have doubts about that statement as well is Real Madrid usually pimp Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, at least. We're talking about 2 finals. We're talking about, I think it was the 2015 season where they played each other in the knockout stages. Like, Real Madrid pimps these dudes. Atletico Madrid has trouble beating these guys in the Champions League. So if Atletico Madrid do get the win next week, it's going to be very impressive. It's going to be super historic for themselves. And then that would definitely make me think that these guys can definitely get to that Champions League final. But I want them to prove to me that they can take down Real Madrid in the second leg, show a bit of mentality, and take down the UCL mentality monsters themselves, Real Madrid. I'm going to tell you right now, Griezmann is going to have a better performance in that second leg. He was not good this leg. He was not good today. And that's why you saw him go out in the 60th minute or something for Hermoso. Griezmann was trash. Now, next week, Griezmann with an improved performance so he could play off Julian Alvarez well and more and create more dangerous scenarios. Now we're talking. Let's see what happens. But Real Madrid going into that game 2-1 up. In fact, I would still have it 50-50. I'm not going to say Atletico Madrid has the edge. I'm going to say 50-50. I could 100% see this game going to extra time. Because remember, there's no more away goals or anything. If Atletico Madrid wins 1-0, it's 2-2 on aggregate. You go to extra time. So I definitely might be thinking that this is going to go to extra time. I'm gonna just stick with royalty. I'm gonna stick with Real Madrid winning this, but I'm interested to see, and I definitely do think that Atletico Madrid can get one over Real Madrid this time around. So we'll see what happens there. Let me just back out of this one. Let's talk about these bums, man. These bums that have not won a serious trophy in 21 years. My computer's super laggy, so stay patient with me. Stay patient with me. Arsenal destroying PSV Eindhoven 7-1. Now, if you haven't seen it, go watch my UCL bracket predictions. I was not one of these hipsters on YouTube saying, oh, PSV, great win against Juventus. I could definitely see them beating Arsenal. This is going to be a close tie. I don't think I said it was going to be a close tie. I don't remember, but I did say Arsenal was winning this tie. So I was not part of the hipster crew that was trying to say, oh, PSV beat Juventus. They could definitely beat Arsenal. Now, the PSV win against Juventus was, yes, impressive. It was impressive, but my opinion of Serie A is so low, and especially seeing how Atalanta got dumped out in the playoffs by Bruges, how bad AC Milan are. I have a horrible opinion of Serie A right now. So I'm not really looking at that performance as strongly anymore. And we come into this game now, Arsenal away from home. Was anyone Arsenal fans expecting 7-1? No. You could go to the biggest, whoopsies. You could go to the biggest glazers of Arsenal, Egal, AFTV, Don Robbie, Troops, all those bums, right? You could go to all those bums and truly ask them if they could take a lie detector test. Did you expect 7 goals? They would have told you absolutely not. They would have told you absolutely not. We were expecting like maybe a 2-1 win, maybe a draw and take it back to the Emirates and get the job done. But 7-1 tie over. Next week, Arsenal could rest players midweek. That's perfect for them. If they want to continue and not fall into a top 4 battle in the Premier League, they can now rest players next week. So they got the job done. But so Arsenal pulled out their inner 7-1, their Germany versus Germany Brazil 2014 7-1. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. I'm just gonna come on and say you're not winning the Champions League. I'm seeing a stat go around that every time the Champions League final, European Champions League final, has been in Munich, a new team has won it, and we know what happened last time in 2012. We gave in 2012 Munich final 2012. A certain London club won their first Champions League. Is this going to happen for Arsenal? No. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. Why? They don't have the attack. Now, I understand now that they've absolutely secured themselves in the quarterfinal. Saka will be back by then. Will he be quick going, to the shops, like ready, goals, assists in the fully match fit? I don't know. We're going to have to see. But how can I sit here and tell you Arsenal are genuinely have a chance to win the Champions League when they're starting Marino as like a false 9 striker? Trossard is starting. Havertz is out for the rest of the season, injured. Like, I can't sit here and tell you guys that, Arsenal are dark horses. I would favor PSG more. Now, PSG have to get past Liverpool. And if PSG get past Liverpool, 100%, that 100,000%, I'm backing PSG to win the Champions League more than Arsenal. 1,000,000%. But I'm just not convinced. And with this Arsenal team, they have no experience winning games in pressure moments in cup competitions. I understand Arteta won an FA Cup 5 years ago when he first took over with Unai Emery's squad. But now with this squad, with this team, they have never won a high pressure match. In the Champions League, in Europa League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, they haven't. So why should I? Yes, it's 7-1 victory. Yes, it's great. They played some of the goals were just god awful today, right? So like PSV tax, like Arsenal can play well, but the same thing can be true that PSV were trash. I don't see Champions League winners here. Like the defense, as good as these guys have been in the Premier League, and the Premier League fans say, oh, Gabriel and Saliba are one of the best center back pairings of the world class. What have they showed on a world-class level? What have they showed in the Champions League? Last season, a Finnish Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry ran through that defense and caused them all kinds of issues, and they scored and assisted and caused a penalty. This season, yes, it's a new year, new season, but I don't see how these guys will win the Champions League, especially given the fact that you guys, Arsenal are through to the quarterfinal, right? Whatever happens in that Real Madrid-Atletico Madrid game, they are going to play Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. And I'm telling you right now, in both of those ties, I don't favor them at all, especially against Real Madrid. I don't favor them. Against Atletico Madrid, maybe a bit more of a chance, but I'm favoring Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid all day, every day, because from front to back, both of those teams are more well balanced and more impressive than this Arsenal team. And both of those teams and clubs have a lot more Champions League pedigree, have proven that they could win big in high pressure scenarios in quarterfinals and semifinals in the Champions League the last decade. Arsenal haven't. And so I'm not seeing something. If Arsenal had Saka, right, who's been playing all season and he's been in top form, maybe he could be the X factor. But if Arsenal maybe had a real striker, if they had an Isak, a Holland, a Kane or something, then I'm all in. Then I'm absolutely all in. But they don't have that marquee striker. And, playing Marino as a striker, false nine, whatever it is, or a pseudo striker who's actually a midfielder attacking mid, seeing that against Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, I don't think you're not doing anything, bro. So Arsenal fans, you need to calm down. You're not fooling me. Great 7-1 win, right? PSV were trash, but I'm gonna give them their kudos. A lot of people on YouTube were saying, "Oh, PSV can give Arsenal issues, man. They could actually get a win here and go back to the Emirates and defend for their lives and knock Arsenal out." I didn't believe that. Even when they won Juventus, although there was an impressive victory, I didn't believe that one bit. I said in my Champions League predictions, Arsenal is going to beat PSV Eindhoven across two legs. Did I expect 7-1? No. Does 7-1 change anything? No. So with that, I'm thinking quarters max for Arsenal. I don't see them getting to that semi, whether it's Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. I don't see it. So that's the Champions League roundup. Tomorrow, obviously, big boy games, man. We got Barca versus Benfica. Obviously, last time out, Barca won 5-4 in the league phase against them. So we'll see what happens there. Oh my gosh, Inter Feyenoord early kickoff. Let's see if Inter lose to Feyenoord, man. I'm gonna make a Serie A ass wipe video, absolutely destroying the Serie A, absolutely saying the worst things possible about the league. We're gonna make a Serie A dunking video. We got Liverpool PSG, big game in Paris. Liverpool. I feel like Liverpool's gonna have a statement victory. Let's wait and see. PSG's biggest test since they played Bayern back in November, but obviously they're a much improved team. And the big game that I'm gonna be watching and stressing out about at work, man. I don't even know how I'm gonna watch this game and focus at work. Genuinely, Bayern at home against Bayer Leverkusen, the clash of the two best teams in Germany in the Bundesliga. This is the new German rivalry, Bayern versus Leverkusen, man. This is the new rivalry. This is the new Bayern Dortmund. There's animosity between the sides. It gets dicey. It gets physical every time they play now. We've seen it in the other 2 games they played this season, 3 games they played this season. I'm so nervous for that game, and I don't know how it's going to go. So I'm just praying. Bayern, show some Champions League pedigree. Harry Kane, show up and give me a goal. Let's go. It's been your boy Hokage, UCL Talk. I'll be back for another UCL Talk tomorrow. Hopefully I won't be too depressed. It's been your boy Hokage. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.